Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. Let me just gather up all my goodies. Get some water. Come on in. Grab your favorite beverage. Let's hang out for the next 45 minutes on my segment of Craft on the Clock. Give me just a second. There you go. It is a wonderful Wednesday morning here in Fallbrook, California. If you are new and just joining me, I am Mary LaFay with Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara, and you're catching me live here in my DIY studio in Fallbrook, California. Hey Charlotte, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I have a really fun project this morning. I can't wait to share it with you. Good morning, Liz. Say hello when you come in. I'm only working on one device, but I can see comments. There's my Laurel. Hi, sister. How are you? Debbie Selfie, good morning. We're going to be doing something with some unusual colors. If you know me and you follow me at all, and if you don't, I would love for you to follow me. If you're catching this on the replay on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell as well. Good morning, Robin, Charlotte. Thank you so much for sprinkling. I so appreciate it. It is officially my time slot on Craft Around the Clock, so thank you for being here. Hey, Jane. We're starting with this surface. Good morning, Tracy. We're starting with this surface that I actually, believe it or not, I don't usually shop at the dollar store because now they're like $1.75. They went from $1 to $1.25 to $1.50 and $1.75. Talk about the bait and switch. Like, that's a terrible thing. Good morning, Robin. Hello, hello. Hey, Lisa. Decor Restoration is here. There's Mac. Picked this up at the dollar store. It was blue. It was ugly. I liked the size of it because it was nice and chunky. So I painted one side white. I painted the other side, big surprise, pink, right? I love pink. If you know me, you know I'm a pink lover. We are also going to be using the free printable. If you're not signed up on our website, subscribed, we do a free printable once a month. This was this month's printable. So I create these just for you guys on our page, and once a month we send them in our Sunday emails. So let me know in the comments how many of you got this. So I went ahead and printed it out. This is actually, good morning, Cheryl, Kathy, and Van Francis is here. Welcome. This is what the printable looks like. This is actually on regular copy paper, which of course you can use. However, salve Molly, I also went ahead and printed it on rice paper. We carry plain rice paper in our shop, and I printed it on, so here it is vertically, and then here it is horizontally. So I went ahead and printed this. Good morning, Francis, horizontally. Thank you so much for the stars. Good morning, Jean. So we're going to start with a little bit of decoupage first, and then we have some other goodies to add to it because I love layering. I absolutely love layering. So let me grab a brush. Let me grab a brush. We're going to start with a little bit of decoupage. You got it and you love it. I'm so glad, Laurel. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Yeah, once a month we'll send out a free printable. I hope this isn't clogged. This isn't clogged. So I actually might cut this. I don't usually cut my papers. I usually sand them off, but I think I'm going to cut it this morning. I have a lot of things planned for this because it's going to be double-sided because why not? Why not? We're going to be adding a frame on top of it. We're also going to be adding a custom mold that I designed, as well as a lot of good stuff. All right, so let's get our decoupage down first. I have my squeegee. Can you guys see that? Let me adjust my camera. What type of printer? You know what? You can use a laser or an inkjet if you're printing on rice paper. I don't think it really matters. If you're printing on copy paper, I've been told that you should spray it with a sealer because sometimes it may bleed. I brought a pokey thing in. I had a feeling that I might need it for something. Oh, and it's still not. All right, well, let's do this. Let's do this. Hey, Robbie. A lot of my home and lifestyle ladies are here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, my favorite ladies. My super supporters. All right, let's get a little bit of probably need more, but I'm just going to start with just a little bit. Un chipito, like my mama says, just to anchor it down. And right about here. I'm going to move that over just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to flip this up, and we're going to add a little more. Good afternoon. Where is it where you are, Lori? I'm here in San Diego County, Southern California, and I gotta tell you, it's starting to feel like fall there. Here, not there. It's starting to feel like fall, and I'm kind of loving it. We had a little bit of rain this morning, and which is always welcome here in California, because we really, like the song says, we don't really get much rain. October is typically our fire season, so we always welcome any kind of rain that we have. Good morning, Brenda. All right. So here we go. And we will let that dry just a little bit. I normally put a layer of top coat. You're in Chicago, yeah, you're 3 hours. So it's lunchtime for you. We're past lunchtime. I actually could wrap this around. Didn't think about that before. I should have wrapped it around. I'd have to move my paper over. Should I try it? I better not. I better not. But I can always add these other pieces. I can wrap this side, and then with the excess, I'll put it on the other side. I'll do that after. I will do that. I just want to get this dry enough so we can flip it over. I may just wrap this now. I am using DIY liquid patina as my decoupage medium of choice. However, this project is really not subject to any particular brand of decoupage medium. It's just typically what I like to use because it's a 3-in-1. It's a top coat, it's a decoupage medium, and it's a good old-fashioned transfer gel. So I love that. It's a huge workhorse in my arsenal, and I love the fact that I can have one product for 3 different things. All right. So I didn't even think about wrapping that, but now that I've done it, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I don't usually cut or create a straight line because I'll usually sand it off, but being that I want to use this on the other side, let me know in the comments who got your printable this month. Hashtag website, one word, no spaces, will get you a direct link into your Facebook Messenger. You can go back after the live and make sure that you sign up and subscribe. Good morning, Denise. All right, so I wrapped this side, which I really love. I will wrap the other side, but I am going to cut it right now just to get it out of my way. We're going to be adding a raised stencil to the other side. So this is going to be our back. And I don't know if you knew this, but pink is actually really in this season for fall. Believe it or not, which, you know, I couldn't be happier. All right, let me just give this a good, okay, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so that's our back. Now we're gonna go in with a stencil. If you are new and you don't know this, I also have a stencil company called Dezigns. I'm going to be live there. My segments on Craft Around the Clock are going to be starting on Dezigns starting next week, so I'm really excited about that. So make sure that you catch me over there. And we're going to be doing a crackle on this. I'm trying to think. I think I'm going to move this up just a pinch right there. And we're going to be using the Finnabeer Texture Paste in White Crackle, and I love this because it's a one-step. It's a one-step crackle. So There's not a whole lot of surfaces in here to crackle, but what is here is going to be crackled. So there'll be more than likely there'll be fine cracks. I am going over, I'm going to have a little bit of bleed through. I am going over a raised area right here, so that's going to make it a bit persnickety. But not impossible. If you've not tried this one-step crackle, I gotta say, it's kind of fun. Alright, let's go to this side. And let's do this bottom. Sorry if I'm missing your comments. So I'm doing the best I can over these areas that are raised. And honestly, I don't really worry about it too much. We don't sweat the small stuff around here. And in the scheme of life, it's kind of all small stuff, isn't it? Hi, Janet. I love how you guys visit with each other. So the thicker you apply this, the thicker your cracks are. The thinner you apply it, the thinner, more like the fine line crackle. And I love that it's one step. It dries quickly. We are going to be layering this up, so you're really not even going to see a whole lot of it. My stencils are a really generous 10 mil, so they're really a good quality. And I kind of made a little bit of a mess over there, right here, but that's okay. Let's just take that out. And let's get this dried. I've got a little schmutz right there on my paper. Get this in the water. I am, Molly. I am. And I'll be on the Diva Designs page on Wednesdays. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's going to be Wednesday or Tuesday. Next week it's Wednesday because I couldn't get a time slot on Tuesday. I was too late. But, so this week coming up will be Wednesday. And we're just going to dry this. And you're going to see all those fun little cracks. I love texture. Anybody else? Raise your hand if you're a texture junkie. I am a texture junkie. No shame in my game. And I don't go for perfection. There's only one that's perfect. And it's not me. It is not me. If you are new, I would love for you to say hi so we can welcome you. Hi, Ari. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I'm usually on Tuesdays. I couldn't get a time slot. We just had a workshop here with 30 absolutely wonderful and delightful ladies. A lot of you are here. And somehow I missed the sign-ups. So normally I go on Tuesday, but today's Wednesday, which actually kind of might throw me off. So I'm getting some really nice cracks. Again, the thinner you apply it, the finer your cracks will be. Really resembles a fine line crackle, which I love. And I don't even know that I'm going to put an antique glaze over this. I might just leave it. We're going to be layering this up. Thank you so much for sprinkling. Hey, Shirley. Good morning, Shauna. Getting some nice cracks in here. And how easy is that? No two-step, just one. One step, boom. One and done. A little bit of heat, and you're good to go. I'll show you up close in just a second. So had this not been in the way, I probably would have got a clearer impression through my stencil, but I'm okay because guess what? We're going to layer that. We're going to layer that. We're actually going to put this right over that. So this provided a really nice plate. I think it said harvest or something like that. I don't even know what it said on there. Good morning, Barbara. Hi, Jean. Almost dry. I have a couple of little thick spots. This product is kind of my new favorite obsession. I just used it yesterday in my membership group, and I absolutely love it. I really do love it a lot. We tried to let it dry on its own to see if it cracked, and it did crack, but it actually, the heat really encourages the cracks. So, if you are going to use this, make sure that you dry it right afterwards because it will definitely help it to crack. You can't wait to get home from work so you can finish your project. Awesome. Beverly, welcome. We have a newbie. I'm so glad you're joining us. I hope you stick around. We'll be live again on Friday for date night with Mr. and Mrs. We're going to be finishing up. I actually have it right here. We're going to be finishing up this project from last week. Love Mixed Media. Let's see, how's my time doing? I think I'm doing good. Hi, Mary Snyder. You're welcome, Beverly. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, this is almost dry. I wish I could have sanded that paper off before, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, you ready to see this? All right, I want you to say it. Ooh, ah. You don't use the primer for cracking paste with this one. No, Jane. It is a one-step crackle. No primer. Nothing. One step. It is under Finnerbear on our website. #website. There is also a link at the bottom. One word, no spaces will get you there. All right. Ready? Ooh. Ah. Look at that crackle. So this is the Calabria stencil from the Diva Designs collection. And look at how absolutely yummy and textural that is. Keep them on Friday nights is Date Life with the Miss. Yes, absolutely. What do you do with your ticket? Hang on to it. We do Happy Mail on Fridays. Happy Mail is always on Fridays. Don't throw your tickets away. Let me just scrape this off. My workstation. Guess what? Otherwise it's going to wind up on my glass. Thank you, Barbara. Ooh, isn't it good? Love that texture. And how easy was that? Okay, next. Next, we're going to be applying this IOD. I have to look. Hang on, what's the name of this one? Conservatory Labels. IOD Conservatory Labels. It is a great label. It has a lot of different shapes. So it's not just this shape. I want to say, hang on, let me just grab it so you can see. I should have pulled it out ahead of time, but that's okay. But these are all the great shapes that it has. So, and then I'm just using this one. I precast this in resin, some time ago. So we're going to be adding this here. I did paint it in this color. I'm loving this color. It's a Pentart color and it's called Greenish Gold. Hi, Amy. Isn't that a beautiful color? Look at that. So we're going to be adding that here. We're also going to be adding this. This is a new line that I'm going to be carrying in the shop. I only have a couple right now because I wanted to test them to see the quality. I know they have some similar in the Dollar Tree, but they're really, really flimsy. This is not flimsy. It's really, really sturdy. So I've painted one side in pink to match the back. I may actually change that color. And then I love this color green, especially mixed with pink. I think it's clean. I think it's fresh. I love it. All right, so this is going to go here. Hang on, I'm going to have to probably put that on first. And I probably need to get rid of this paper before I do that. Let's do that. Hey, Ruth, good morning. times when I am purchasing from new companies, I order in small quantities just to see if I like it. And I was really not sure about this cutout, so I only ordered a couple. There's going to be about 5 designs total, and it is definitely thicker and a better quality than your Dollar Tree. But if that's all you have, then go ahead and use that for sure. And let's just remove. Sorry for that scratching noise. It is annoying, isn't it? So when you are removing decoupage paper, don't saw back and forth. Just go in one direction. Good morning, Griselda. Just go in one direction, and I typically will just go straight down. And then just pull off the excess. Isn't this a gorgeous pink? Petticoat pink from DIY. Beautiful pink. And we do have it in a smaller size. We do have an 8-ounce. I started out as a furniture painter, so we carried a lot of 16 and 32 ounces. Not so much anymore. All right, so we're going to add this here, and we're going to start layering. Let's see what our time is. Oh, I have plenty of time. I want to make sure that I fit this here. And then we're going to be adding, this is a pre-made mold. I actually found this. It was a porcelain piece that I found thrifting. I don't know, I want to say about a year ago, and I made a custom mold out of it, and I cast it in resin. This is actually one of the pieces that we used in our recent workshop. So, hey Janina, good to see you here. So I actually cast this and painted it out. Again, there you'll see that greenish gold again, which is really pretty, with some pink, and then some Pent Art Decor metal and gold for the wings. And I just think she's precious, and she's actually going to go here. And I'm trying to decide how far down I want this. All right, so now let's get my glue. Let's get my glue. And let's glue this down. Hang on. I got a little crusty on my tip. I'm using Type On Quick and Thick because it sets up fast. But you could also use the Pent Art Heavy Body Gel as well. I don't know how much of this is going to be on my surface, so I'm not going to go all the way up because I know you'll see it on the other side. But I think that's enough, though. Let's get a little brush and clean off that excess. Alright, now we can start layering that. Now let's add this piece. Isn't that a gorgeous shade of green? I don't usually like green. I'm not typically a green fan. Not gonna lie, but I do love this green. I do love this green. It's called Green Gold, and it is under Pent Art. And it only comes in this 50 ml size. It's the Glamour Metallic. This is what it looks like if you want to go find it on the website. And it's pretty fun. Alright, so now this is going to go here. But we're not done. We're going to layer. Now we're going in. You need to help me find a sentiment. We just started carrying these on our website, and I love them. I have one that I didn't take the label off. Where is it? So I can show you. There are 12 pages, and it's called Sentiments. And they just happen to fit inside of those conservatory labels molds. So there's all kinds. Denise, you love greens? There's all kinds, and there's different background colors. There's a lighter, there's a darker, there's one that's really white, and they say all kinds of things. And here's where I have a hard time trying to figure out what to say on this. So let's get some quotes. So they do have single words that you can put together, or they have quotes. So let's just go to the quotes. Fly away. Okay. Create what's important for you. Protect your magic. Create what sets your heart on fire. What you seek is seeking you. Oh, I like that. Build your wings. They're all good. How do you pick? Is there one that speaks to you? Find your balance. Be true to yourself. Cut and paste. Be gentle with yourself. Let yourself be quiet. Take your time. Perfection is overrated. I love that. Less perfection, more authenticity. Never fear your own voice. They'll all fit inside here. Be led by your dreams. I like that. So we're just going to peel one of these out. And we're just going to add that right in there. All right, next we're going to glue her here. I think the middle portion of her body and her wings. We're going to need glue. Let's see, her head. Nope, not her head. All right. You liking this so far? Let's add that here. Let's get this pressed down because it just popped up on me. Don't do that. All right, now we're going to add more. Let me just make sure I don't have that. There we go. Let's hold this down a minute. Thank you for those hearts. Let's hold that down a minute so that so you can see, although that stencil in the background is not really predominant, it just gives a nice background for the spaces that are open. Lita, you are catching us live. If you see that red live button in this corner right here, you're catching us live. If not, I would love for you to put in #replay, and then I can welcome you. And if you're not following our page, I would love for you to, if you just tap your screen, and if you're not following, it'll give you an opportunity to do so. And I would love that and appreciate it. All right, let's hold this down. It's kind of wanting to pop up on me, so are there any questions so far? We can do a little bit of a recap. I'm just waiting for this glue to set up. Just a little bit more. Just a little more. Because I don't want to pick it up and then the whole thing is going to flop on me, which would probably happen. All right. Just need this to not pop up. So I really should let this sit something heavy on it. But all right, now we're going to go in with some cardstock pieces, some ephemera from Stamperia. This is a set of, how many pieces? 11. There's 11 pieces in this, and they have all kinds of good things. It is typically Christmas, so you've got like little trees. The words are on our website, Robbie. They're on our website, and they may be under art embellishments. So there's trees, there are little signs, there's Christmas, there's Santa. So even though this is fall, I actually pulled a couple of pieces. Look at how adorable these are. Look at him. He even has his antlers. So I'm really not going to match Christmas with it, Although, if this were a Christmas piece, look how pretty that would look on there. I've pulled a couple of pieces that will still go. So I'm going to use this little candle. You just refollow because Facebook unfollowed me from your page. I hate when that happened. Thank you, Lita. So appreciate that. So we're going to use this little candle, and I think we're going to use a few of these roses, and we'll glue those on as well. I swear I need an extra hand. Yeah, Facebook does that sometimes. It will just automatically decide for you and unfollow pages that it doesn't think you're interested in. So, thank you for checking on that. All right, dry, 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 dry. Come on. You know what? I didn't put any down here. Maybe that's why. I don't want to take it out now, but I think it'll be fine. He does, Mac. He absolutely does. All right, so I was thinking, let's put this in the middle and then put these embellishments kind of right up here. Oh, there is another flower. Let me see. I like the smaller one. Yeah, I think I do like the smaller one. So, almost done, you guys. Crafting for the soul. Okay, I'll go check it out. Crafting is good for the soul. Guys, I'm doing another online class. I'll have to show you the project. I'm absolutely smitten with her. I love clay, and I love sculpting. So we're doing an online class. It is listed on our website under kits and classes. And it is Penelope Pumpkin. Let me show you her while we're waiting for this to dry. Isn't she not the cutest little thing? So if you're wanting to take this class, it is going to be on the 18th at noon. You didn't think you'd like the green, but now you love it. Thank you, Patricia. Is she not the cutest thing? You guys, there are a few kits left. And there's plenty of time if you want to join us to get your kit. Hi, Debbie. Good morning. Yeah, I'm typically not a green fan, but I do love this color combination. Like I said, it's a little unusual. Not a lot of people do pinks and greens for fall. But that's what I love about it. I love that it's different, and I love that you're not going to see this color combination a lot or everywhere. Most people do fall colors for fall, but I like to be a little unpredictable. This is kind of setting up. I know, Sheila. I just approved you in the class, so it is in a private Facebook group. So again, if this were not fall, this tree would have been beautiful, and it matches this paint so well, so well. So let me put these all away. Where's my bag for this? And you get 11 of them. They're cardstock, and it's a nice, generous pack. Watching hubby cut a tree down. Yikes. All right, now, I don't know where my pack is. I'll have to put that away. Now let's go in with a little bit of bling, because no project is complete without bling. Right? She does kind of look retro. So I think the one that we're going to do for the class, I think I'm going to do her in black and white checks. Or pink and white checks. I haven't decided. So you get everything that you see here with the exception of the clay. You do need a little bit of clay, and I only didn't include that in the kit because I know most of you already have clay. So you're going to need paint, a rolling pin, a paintbrush, and then your paint of choice. And clay. Just doesn't take much, but you're going to need clay. So everything else that you see, the stand and the bling that goes around it, the grass and all these embellishments and the crown come in your kit. We also have a separate listing for the class only if you think you already have those products. So we're going to go in with our glitter pen, our Pentarch glitter pen, and I think I may actually. There's a little bit of a space, and I thought about what am I going to do with that space. I could paint it in the same color, but I do think a little bit of glitter is better. And we're going to add some here. Let's add some maybe right up and through here. We're going to make these dots a little bit bigger. Hi, Nancy. How are you? I might need a new pen. You could add Totally Dazzled to this as well. But this makes it so easy. We have this is perfect, and this is the time of year that these glitter pens shine. There's gold, there's silver, there's red, there's green. And once they dry, they don't flatten out like some glitter pens. They will stay nice and plumpy. Stay plumpy, like me. I stay plumpy. I'm wondering if I should put some in between as well. Should we put some here in the corners? Let's see if we like that. Why not? We have time. Guys, I'm getting so much better with my time. Oops, it's supposed to be down here, not up there. Hang on. Do over. It's supposed to be at the bottom, not the top. Yeah, right here. Oh well, it hadn't set up yet, so it was very easy to... Alright, do I want more? Do I want some on the ends? Sure, why not? More is more, right? We're good. Let's do a little bit of a recap. Let's see if we can get this dry just a little bit. What do you guys think? I think it's darling. I don't know if I can pick it up yet. So we started with just a plain wood block from Dollar Tree that was painted blue, believe it or not. We added on the back, we decoupaged. This was the free printable that went out this month. If you are not subscribed to our website, you don't want to miss next month's printable. They go out once a month on our Sunday emails. Oops. I should have glued that down. Painted it in DIY's Petticoat Pink. From there, we used my Calabria stencil, which is around here, dirty somewhere. Here it is. We used my Calabria stencil with a one-step cracking paste that's under Finnabair. From there, what did we do? We added this wood piece. We added this pre-made mold. This is the IOD Conservatory labels, which is right here. Painted it in this gorgeous, is this not the most gorgeous green? It's the Glamour Metallics, and it is called Greenish Gold. Greenish Gold. So we painted the frame greenish gold. We painted this trim in greenish gold. Then we went in with, there's 12 pages of these sentiments. So we just picked one, be led by your dreams, which I think is a good thing to do. And it's a great saying. And this is definitely setting up. I just smushed that with my finger. So here's a really great tip. Once you put this on, don't touch it. Have I used the copper crackle? I haven't, Barbara. I haven't, but maybe we'll use it tomorrow in group. Yeah, don't touch it. It does probably need a good, I want to say, I don't know, maybe a good hour to dry. So I'm always one of those I'm super impatient, and a lot of the times I'll go to see if something's dry and I stick my finger in. And then I know, before I even stick my finger in, I know that I'm going to smear it, but such a knucklehead. I do it anyway. Does anybody else do that? It's like, I know it's not going to be dry, but I have to see. I have to see. All right, then we went in with the ephemera from Stamperia. There are 11 pieces in this, and there's just a lot of great stuff. I actually used some of this already, but it's not just for Christmas, although it does have a lot of Christmas elements in it. They're great for card making. They're great for mixed media. It has this really cute little bunny in a basket. Super cute. Hey, Janet. And of course, it's got these really neat trees and some gifts. There are 11 pieces in that set. And look at the little presents. To me, when I have things like this, it reminds me of being a little girl. When I used to play with, who remembers Colorforms? This kind of reminds me of Colorforms. Or like playing in dollhouses when you have all these little pieces. So cute. You too, Laura? I just love them. Anyway, so we went in with this surface. We took a few of these elements. We've got some candle, and we have a few roses. And then we went ahead and accented it with the gold glitter pen. Let me give this another quick dry, and then I'll see if I can pick it up. Let's see if I can pick this up without it going wrong. Let's see. Let's see. You do that too, Molly. Doesn't it remind you of playing with color forms? I don't know what it is. I know I can't be the only one. Something about littles, like little small things. I just think they're so cute. They're so cute. I love the fact that this is double-sided. Because if you wanted to set this on the shelf sitter or on a, say maybe a sofa table that you can see from both sides. Good morning, Pamela. I think it looks great from both sides. So, do I dare try to pick this up? Do I? I kind of feel like I need to. This, I can tell, is not completely adhered. So let me see. You've got to see these crafts up close because they really are pretty fabulous. All right, so. Can you see that crack? That crack-a-lackin' going on? Absolutely adorable. And here's our backside. That's where our free printable is, and I will go ahead and wrap that edge around there. Let me get you up close. And you can see those open areas where the Calabria stencil is peeking through is just, it gives it that little bit of texture and just a little something for your eye to look at. Let me get you up close to those cracks. Isn't that some great cracking? And it's one step, absolutely one step. So it's perfect if you're like me and you don't have time for a two-step process. And I think this is a little crooked. Hang on. Let me see if I can move that. Okay. I think that's it. So we have, you love that. Thank you so much. If there's any questions, go ahead and pop them in the comments. Oh, my time is officially over. If you want to join me for the Penelope Pumpkin class, it is on our website, vintageretailtherapy.com, or if you're watching on Facebook, #website. One word, no spaces. You can find the paint, you can find the molds, you can find the glitter, you can find the cutouts, you can find the words, all the things. Pink, who'd have thought, right? God bless you, ladies. Make it a fabulous day. Go ahead and refresh your page. Catch the next creator on Craft on the Clock, and I will be here with you Friday, 4 o'clock for date night. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.